What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another Pitching Ninja's Filthiest Pitches of the Day. If you're not subscribed, be sure to hit subscribe, join Ninja Nation, and now, without further ado, here are my filthiest pitches of the day. I'm going to start with Jose Quintana, who had 7 strikeouts in 6 innings, giving up only 1 earned run, and had this nasty curveball. Carlos Carrasco had these wicked sliders on his way to 6 strikeouts in 6 innings. And apparently Travis d'Arnaud forgot to take his bat out of auto swing mode on one of these. Unfortunately, this also looks like me playing MLB The Show. Kyle Freeland had 7 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings thanks to his curveball and fastball. He outdueled Joe Musgrove, who actually had one of his rare bad games. Musgrove's stuff was still filthy. I mean, look at these curveballs. But this game was far more notable for poor Elehuris Montero. First, Montero had this foul balls. Yep, that's 2 balls with 1 strike. Again, it's always funny unless they're your balls. And you'd think the man had been through enough, but no. Instead of swinging, he takes this pitch and gets murdered by the Ripper. Montero is now on the eternal IL. Brandon Woodruff had 3 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings thanks to these curveballs. He was up against Zach Thompson, who had these wicked curveballs on his way to 5 strikeouts in 4 1/3 innings. Miles Michaelis had 6 strikeouts in 6 1/3 innings thanks to these sinkers and beautiful curveball. I mean, look at that thing drop. Marcus Stroman had 6 strikeouts in 6 2/3 innings thanks to his sliders and his sinker. Here's a sinker-slider overlay. And then this is amazing. Look at the close-up of Marcus Stroman's sinker spin. You can see how it kind of spins like a cutter or a slider, but yet it goes arm side. This one broke arm side by 8 inches. It's a very unique pitch, and here's Stroman describing his sinker grip to me.
I essentially can throw a slider from my sinker grip, and I have before. I've been like mid-delivery before. I've been mid-delivery before. I work quick sometimes. I've been mid-delivery and have already like started my delivery and lifted my leg, and I had a sinker grip, and the catcher threw down slider, and I've thrown it off of it. So this is the grip. I'm like very torqued, so I'm across the ball. Like a normal, so if you look at my thumb, like a normal person for sinker or something like is like this, like straight up on the 2-seam. I take the ball and I torque it this way. So it's essentially almost a 1-seam. I'm throwing, it's coming off off the outside of my middle finger. So when I release the ball, it's essentially, it's not even a singer. Like on the Rapsodo, like it's crazy, man. It comes up as like a reverse, like it comes up as like reverse slider or like something crazy.
Jeffrey Springs had 6 strikeouts, giving up no earned runs in 6 innings thanks to his fastball and changeup. His ERA this year is 2.5. By the way, go home, Cueto. You're drunk. Jacob Junis had this nasty slider. Clayton Kershaw had public enemy number 1. Thanks, Vin Scully. As well as his vicious slider, but Kershaw had to leave the game due to a back injury. I hope it's nothing serious because baseball is better with Clayton Kershaw on the bump. Sonny Gray had these painted 2-seamers. He had 5 Ks in 5 scoreless innings. Alek Manoah went 6 innings with 5 strikeouts and had this 95-mile-an-hour painted 2-seamer. And then here's an overlay with a 95-mile-an-hour 4-seam fastball and a 94-mile-an-hour sinker in the same at-bat. You can see how even if you know a fastball's coming, you don't know which fastball. And for you mental game folks out there, I love watching Manoah reset himself here. Of course, when he left the game, I have no idea what sport he's playing. He looks like a kid going off to summer camp. I think my man needs a pitching ninja backpack. Zach Plesac had this nasty curveball and slider, but he was outdueled by Justin Verlander. Verlander not only had his dominant fastball, but he also had these absolutely beautiful curveballs. Just freezing hitters. I love all the emotions on Kwan's face here. It's a ball. Oh, crap. I'm going down looking. Verlander has a 1.73 ERA this year, and he's 39 years old. And according to FanDuel odds, he is now the odds-on favorite for the AL Cy Young Award, and I can't argue with that. Now on to my filthiest relievers. Alex Lang had this wicked front door 2-seamer. Cue the trumpets. Edwin Diaz had a 2-inning save and had this filth. I love Ty Walker's face here as he realizes Diaz isn't done and is going to go out for a second inning. Camilo Doval had absolutely sick stuff with his 103-mile-an-hour fastball, a backdoor two-seamer, and a vicious slider. Jonathan Hernandez had these nasty 99-mile-an-hour sinkers. But my filthiest reliever from yesterday, that was Ryan Helsley. Helsley had his overpowering fastball and mean sliders. But what shows off how hard it is to hit off Ryan Helsley is this overlay. This is a 100-mile-an-hour fastball and a 91-mile-an-hour slider. And look how ridiculous this is. You cannot tell them apart until it's way too late. Absolutely mind-blowing. You can see why he has a .62 ERA this year and 66 strikeouts in 43 1/3 innings. And now, my pitching ninja moment of zen. What in the world is going on here? I guess at least they took the celebration to completion.
So long, gay boys!
What is up, Ninja Nation? My picks of the day today are for Ty Walker to have 7 strikeouts or more, for Framber Valdez to have over 4.5 Ks, for Jose Barrios to have over 5.5 Ks, and then my pick of the day is for Mitch Keller to have 6 strikeouts or more. What would your picks of the day be? By the way, a huge thanks to Codify Baseball. I'm using his K-Prop predictor to do some of these picks. Let's see how it works out.